Bow, now, now, now.
Your ass better call somebody.
Bow, now, now, now.
All right. So the shirt in the background kind of says it all, but we ain't gonna jump right to the juicy part of it yet. We got to talk about the part that's controversial. We got to talk about the complication with this whole quote unquote champion's advantage. We got to talk about how the good guy keeps getting screwed over because
I don't know about the good guy.
the good guy. I'm the good guy. That's my mantra. The good guy.
I'm the good guy.
The good guy.
I'm the hero of my own story. My mommy told me
Oh
so.
my goodness. This is ridiculous. Not only did we have a Daniel Bryan-esque third contender enter at the last minute, I didn't get the main event that I was entitled to because it was supposed to be one-on-one.
Hey, no more excuses.
It didn't
Supposed
matter
to
if
be
my picks were in
one-on-one.
there or not.
That's true. To be fair, I spanked both of you.
No. You didn't spank me.
I spanked you.
You swung and I dodged.
No, I mean I still got the belt. What did you dodge? I win. I won.
Mike is the champ.
And still,
you didn't beat me though. You didn't beat me. You can't say
you didn't beat me.
But that's aside from the point.
No.
It's aside from the point. You can't say
that's all of the point.
But you can't say that you beat me, and that's the problem that I have with this situation because.
But I can say that I am victorious.
Championship advantage. Like we need to come up with a version of like a no holds barred or something like that, where if you tie, you got a paper rock scissors or some shit.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's not going down to fucking some sort of luck game. Absolutely not.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
To be the man, woo! You've got to beat the man.
Okay, all right. That's fair. It's all right though.
This is wrestling, baby. Let's go.
It's all good. We're gonna pull the 30th play of the game. I'm gonna call me in a ringer next time. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get my jubilant Jenny to help a brother out like certain people got helped out from their family and shit. But
wait, I didn't get helped out by no family.
Nah, I'm talking about the thing that kind of finished my hopes. The thing that finished my hopes. I had it was down to the wire and we were there and everything was proper. And let's just talk about it because this was a very turbulent night in my for my household. I don't know how it went for y'all. I was sitting here with the missus and I was on a live with my dude, Mr. King Mumbles on Bigo. And I'm telling you, I didn't know how to feel, but I felt so many emotions this past weekend where it came to WrestleMania.
There's lots of surprises.
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay, so the first surprise, I wasn't surprised as much as I was pleased, but I was a little surprised because of the stage and everything and how it played out pretty much exactly the way I said it. That's what surprised me the most. That I called it and it happened the way I called it. Usually if I call it, it doesn't happen the way I call it.
Are we talking about Bobby?
We're talking about Bobby Lashley.
Okay.
Yeah. We're talking about Bobby Lashley defeating Drew McIntyre by technical submission in a singles match for the WWE Championship.
Mental.
Yeah.
But I'm happy with it. Like I said, that's one where I think Lashley deserves a long title reign. I thought they were going to do what it seemed like they were going to do, which was try to give Drew his, in front of the crowd WrestleMania moment.
Yeah, and that's when we had the discussion of whose WrestleMania moment should it be, because they've both been going for about the same time, no?
Drew's been going for one more year.
One more year.
They said it was a 17-year journey. and
Okay.
Lashley's was 16.
So then Drew got his year last year, and then it carried over to this year where he transitioned to Lashley kind of thing. So,
Yeah, I guess
like,
so.
I'm not mad at the way that planned out. I
Nope.
think I think because it was the first match and it had like I was the only one who picked Lashley on this podcast. I was just like, all right, cool. I think I literally stood up, grabbed the title, raised it in the air, and I was just like, yes, yes. So then it started going downhill.
Are we still
Natalia,
talking
well,
about
no,
day
not so
one?
much. Hmm?
Are we still talking about day one?
Yeah, we're still on day one.
Match one. That was just match
Match
one.
one. Yeah. Um, yeah, so actually no, it didn't start going downhill until the fourth match for me. But the second match was Natalia and Tamina won by eliminating the Riot Squad in the tag team turmoil match for an opportunity at the women's tag team championship on night 2.
Yeah, and we had all picked Natalia and Tamina to win that match.
Yep.
And we were right. I mean, that's the one that part we had going.
Yes.
I should have gone with the thing with like my gut on it staying the same as the thing they had planned before that I talked about on the podcast, where they were originally going to have a women's battle royal, and the two women at the end of it would be teamed up to face them on night 2, and then they would lose.
Yep.
And they did the same thing. It was the same exact thing basically, except they did a tag team turmoil match instead of the battle royal.
Yep. All right. Yeah, that
Obviously,
was.
didn't want to put enough time for a battle royal for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, battle royals run like minimum 15 minutes. No.
Usually, upwards of about
Usually,
30
I
minutes,
mean
right?
fuck the Andre one on SmackDown lasted about 10.
Really? Oh
Yeah,
snap! Okay.
it was very short. And I mean this match was 14. The tag team turmoil was 14.
So yeah, it could have worked both
But a
angles.
really quick women's match would have pissed people off, really.
Yeah, well, and it would have been really annoying to have them do another thing of like, hey, these two people who just fought each other for 30 minutes are going to be teamed up to face the champions. We just would have been more of that shit.
Yeah, that's kind of bonkers.
Yeah.
But it did go down into this next match. It did actually create.
I love this match.
This match created some swing, so to speak, for the momentum of Cesaro.
Yeah.
Oh man, as he defeated Seth Rollins.
Yeah, this was a really good match. I mean, once again, there's only so many times we can say it, but they are fantastic. Like both of them have such good in-ring technician kind of skills. And beyond that, they've worked together for a very long time. They worked together on the Indies to get before WWE, so their chemistry has been grown for years. Incredible match. Seth came out in what was that fucking gear? He had pretty cool ass gear. I can't remember it right now. But the whole match went down really well. How long did they give this? Was it like
They gave this 11 minutes and 35 seconds.
It felt longer, but not in a bad way. It felt like because they got a lot of stuff in. Like they did a lot of different spots in there. Cesaro beat his 22 swing record.
Yep.
On him.
Yep.
And I really hope this means a really good push for Cesaro. Like I would love to see Cesaro getting like a lot of love.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that at all. Speaking of people who are getting a lot of love that I don't think deserve it right now, AJ Styles and Omos defeated the New Day
That's racist. That's racist.
How is that racist?
Because
it's an interracial team.
Trying to hold the brother down, trying to hold Omos down.
How you gonna hold down 7'3", 400 pounds?
I don't know, but you're trying. Words hurt, dude.
Words hurt. Yeah,
There's
the
a
word that's
statement
hurting
there.
me
I'll
right
just stay
now is
away from it.
draw.
As well it
Oh.
should. Draws are my finishing move. My finishing move is a tie game.
What are you gonna
Draw
just do?
straight.
Look them right in the face and then walk away, just like draw.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, we win.
24 hours
Oh man.
there's one.
Yeah, this was a fun match. This was a shorter one. This was like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
AJ and Omos. I mean, once Omos got in, it was fucking over. Omos is huge in there,
Yeah.
and was just that dude is fucking scary. My
Right.
buddy Bobo, who is like, he used to love wrestling. He hasn't watched it in a long time, but I told him about Edge coming back, and I've sent him a couple little things to get him. And he messaged me to tell me he was actually watching the show last night, and I was like, "Oh, I'm so proud of you, buddy. Let's go."
Nice.
And the way I found out he was watching it was I got a text message that said, "Who the fuck is that big guy, and why the fuck isn't he the heavyweight champion?" So
Yo, for real.
Omos has some serious appeal because, like I
Yeah.
said, this was like the first, other than like little clips I've sent him, this is probably the first wrestling he's watched in like a decade.
Yeah, but
Oh,
big guys have always had an appeal in WWE.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
100%.
Ever since
It's
the
just,
Andre effect.
oh yeah, it's just this guy he's got that now. Like, he has got that now. My buddy had seen Braun from clips I'd sent him, so when he saw Braun, he wasn't as impressed until he saw the thing we'll talk about in their match next. But yeah, he was very, very impressed by Omos. He was like, "What the fuck, dude?" He's like, "This guy is crazy." So I think he's actually going to be watching Raw tonight to see more of what's going on. So hopefully we've got WWE yet another new fan again, or yet another returning fan.
Well, here's a match that went off the hinges, so to speak.
Yep.
Braun Strowman defeated Shane McMahon in a steel cage match.
Okay, I saw highlights, and my favorite highlight is like the main highlight of it, where he ripped the cage apart, threw him in, and then slammed him.
Yeah. So it looked for a second, and I was very angry. It looked for a second like Shane was going to win because he actually got over the top. Braun was on his back for a second, and then he was like already going down. And I was like, "Fuck!" Once he put his arm in, I was like, "How the fuck is, like, I know Braun's gonna get him back in here because he wouldn't be doing this much bullshit if he was gonna win right now." I was like, how the fuck is he gonna get him back in over this? Like, this is gonna be, and then rips the fucking cage off of its fucking little hinge joints there, and just breaks them all off, and drags his ass back in. Then he got them both to the top of the cage and just tossed Shane McMahon right off, and that looked fucking awesome. So,
Highlight reel.
yeah, it was everything I wanted it to be, which was Shane doing very little except getting his ass kicked.
And hopefully that's the last we hear of him for a while.
Like, a long, long time. I saw one tweet that was great that said, or no, I think I told you guys before we went live, the normalize replacing Shane McMahon with Bad Bunny at every Mania from now on. I agree, 100% agree on that.
Oh man, definite. And you never know, that might actually end up in a ratings boost. We're going to the next one, which is I gotta pop it up on my screen here. Open and Chrome is gonna become my good friend. The next one is Bad Bunny and Damian Priest defeated John Morrison and The Miz in a tag team match. 15 minutes they gave this one.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people saying that this is their favorite like celebrity match that they've ever seen. At least the best in like as far as technical ability shown by the celebrity. Because yeah, this was a great match. It was really, really good shit. Really, really cool spots. Bad Bunny hit ridiculous fucking moves. Canadian Destroyer, Falcon Arrow. Yeah, so this match was fucking awesome, and I'm actually sad to see Bad Bunny leaving for a while.
He's got a tour.
Yeah, yep, he does. But I'd like if he came back next year, that'd be awesome.
If they found a way to write him back in, you know what would be interesting? Oh, I know you don't like this, but like that. Never mind. I'm not gonna say it.
No, say it.
I was gonna say like, cause when I first saw it on Twitter, I thought it was just like kayfabe argument to start something along the lines of what happened with the Miz and John Morrison, with
Yeah.
Randy Orton and what's it called, Soldier Boy. So it would be funny if Bad Bunny would have faced Soldier Boy and then show him, you know what I mean? Show him the ropes, so to speak. But I don't know how that would go. I don't know how that would go. I don't know.
Keep Soldier Boy away from anything that I like, please.
Oh man.
His dream.
Oh man. Hey, I've watched his ploy so much. It's kind of rubbing off.
Ooh.
Okay. All right. And then after that we have the final match on night 1 and
the history making
and new
new
champion Bianca Belair defeats Sasha Banks, who still has less victories than Nicholas at WrestleMania.
Yep.
For the SmackDown Women's Championship. Sorry,
yeah,
SmackDown Women's Championship.
Yep. Yeah, this match was excellent. I have seen nobody say a bad word about this match on social media at all.
How long was it?
And only 17 minutes. Like, it wasn't like a super long match or anything like that. But they got, again, just like the Cesaro Seth Rollins match, they fit a lot in. So it felt like they had more time than they did, but not in a way where it was like dragging on, or just like when you look back at all the things they did within it, it seems like it must have taken longer. The whip, the whip that Bianca did on Sasha near the end there gave her a nasty welt. It looked like she had slashed her side open with it. Yeah, really, really good match. Bianca looked great as champion. I think that gif that's going around right now of her crying, like trying to hold back tears right before the match started, gonna be very, very big. Like, they're gonna use that in a lot of her promo packages, or promo packages to promote like the rewatching of WrestleMania, or the
that they
Blu-ray
get her,
version.
As she starts to climb, they have something to cling to and storyline.
Exactly. And like iconic image that will always bring her proper face style crowd backing, right? So, yeah,
so
fantastic.
After night 1, what was the totals?
After night 1, I think it was. After night 1, it was 1, 2, 3,
6,
4,
5, and 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, it was 5. Sorry, no, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I have the totals. Yeah, I wrote them down.
For night 1, 6. Okay, because I have the totals.
Yeah, I have the night 1 totals, which was I had 6.
Yeah.
Block had 5. Jason had 4.
Okay. Yeah, so that
It was picking Seth Rollins and Sasha that put him behind.
Yeah. Well, I had to go a bit off board. You know what I mean? Because you
have to try to you have to differentiate to try to win.
If you look at the picks, there was only a couple that we were really different on.
How do you think I felt? I had to do predictions for 2 different shows. Like, I'm sitting here like arguing with one guy, and then I come over here and I argue with the other guy, and I'm just like, fuck, he's right. But some of the arguments I had with you the week before, I had with him. Well, not arguments, but I brought up with him, and he showed me another perspective. I'm just like, he's right. So, like, for the last couple of days,
I'm right.
For the last couple of days, I've been going back and forth.
Remind you of how right I am here. I'm right.
Oh man. Yeah. Well, I was just as right as you. I just needed to be more right than you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. What
Yeah.
you weren't enough right as me.
I wasn't enough.
He's not lying. He really isn't.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh man. So that being said, we move on to night 2, and I have that in order of the way it went. So the Fiend
We were all wrong on
versus
that one, weren't we?
the Fiend
This
with
was a weird match.
Alexa defeated Randy. No, sorry, was defeated by Randy Orton.
Yeah.
That
So
was a different. None of us
Yeah.
that was a
expected that.
weird match.
Randy
The
Orton got
entrance
no.
was dope.
Yes.
The entrance was dope as fuck with the giant music box and him coming out of the top of it with the that metal ass version. I love the Fiend's version of Bray Wyatt's music, the Catching Flies song. And yeah, everything seemed to be going exactly as it should have been going, with the Fiend beating the dog shit out of Randy Orton and getting up from everything Randy did right away. And then all of a sudden, Alexa Bliss, in some new hyper bloody female Jesus Christ gimmick, where she's got a crown of thorns that's gushing blood down her face. She distracted the Fiend somehow. Randy hit a single RKO on him and pinned him 1, 2, 3. And then it ended with Alexa and the Fiend kind of staring at each other. So I'm really
Caught
hoping
us
we
all
get
off
some
guard
explanation
because of
on
the
that.
hype they were giving into him, right? For the last 3 months solid.
Yeah, and they do that every time with him, so I don't know why I picked anything different. Every fucking time they hype it up and they build it up like he's gonna do exactly what he should do, which is be the goddamn winner, and he loses. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
The guy, I don't know why he's hanging around. When's his contract up?
I don't know. I hope soon, and I hope he
Because
goes
the
to.
way he does, like the way he presents himself, he'd be awesome on one of the smaller circuits, or you know what I
I
mean.
would like, I'd like for them to move him to SmackDown. Just move him to SmackDown
Or put him in NXT.
or NXT. Yeah,
And
but
then
I
have.
feel
Oh, wait, hold on. Put him in NXT and have a whole segment of him versus the Demon.
that'd be cool.
Okay.
But yeah, I'd love to see him on SmackDown. SmackDown, I feel like
Trademark.
they would handle him well, and I want him big. Like I want him on the big stage of Fox.
Mm-hmm. That'd be
But
my
yeah,
shit.
so yeah, disappointing match on that one overall. Like there was a lot of cool stuff. I saw people really hating on the red lighting. I love the red lighting. I think the Fiend should always have the red lighting for his matches.
Yeah.
Because it just separates it. Makes it different.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like that ending was fucked up.
No,
Like, couldn't he have just beat Randy and then had the Alexa thing happen?
but then that would have made sense.
Yeah, which they don't do.
No.
No, you gotta do
No.
McMahon math,
Fucking McMahon math.
and then do the opposite.
Math. Yeah,
Then
change your mind. McMahon math is just changing your mind on what the answer is.
I don't know. That just kind of sounded like they changed it behind scenes before it went.
It kind of did.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah.
it won't be the last.
No.
So
Somebody
going
pissed
on, we got Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler defeating Natalya and Tamina by technical submission. So we went from all being right to all being wrong.
Twice in a row. Yeah. First 2 matches of night 1. We were
I'm not gonna
0-2.
lie. I was gonna go the other way with this one,
Yeah.
but
Oh yeah. No, you're not the only one.
But
You're
logic
not the only
says
one.
it should
Yeah.
have went the way we all said
Good
it.
storytelling should have been an underdog coming up from having to have 2 matches in a row. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just don't know how much more there is for Nia and Shayna to do as champions. But who knows? Maybe something happens tonight, and maybe that's like a surprise Raw after Mania title change. Because Raw after Mania is always huge, right? Like
Yeah,
that's
Yeah, it
something
can
we
have
got to
its own
remember.
moments.
There's going to be
definitely interesting.
there's going to be crazy shit happening tonight. Like
definitely.
guaranteed, there's crazy shit happening tonight on Raw.
Watch the Fiend do
Um,
something.
that's what I'm hoping for.
That would be some
I'm
redemption.
hoping to get some sort of explanation of what this new Alexa Bliss persona that popped out is. Like,
Yeah.
is she now Sister Abigail? Like, is that what
Mm.
that is?
Was she baptized in her own blood? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. Well, it's clear that whatever was coming up, whatever it was coming up from out of the box, and the throne connected to her head and shit. Like, but or the
Mm.
crown connected to her head. But it's whatever. Now here goes one that I'm glad went the way I needed it to. Kevin Owens defeated
This
Sami Zayn.
see if you would have if there had been a couple of different changes, if you would have won by 1 point, that would have been contentious. I would have called bullshit
There's still a
because
conspiracy. There's still
big
a conspiracy.
motherfucker.
Not even conspiracy. There's something going on in the works
Yeah,
because I don't
against
understand.
me, people are trying to get this belt off me.
Yeah, me.
Yeah, exactly. It's
The
a
Lake Street
conspiracy.
Bridge would have been involved, I guess.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Mm,
But I would
mm.
have had a replica, and I would have thrown that off the bridge, so you guys would have thought that I threw it off the bridge, and then I would have just kept this one.
That's one of a kind, bro. That's one of a kind.
I'd do it in I'd get whoever I get to do CGT Lee CG, and I'd
Mm,
get I'd get
You'd stone
him to
cold that
make
shit.
yeah exactly
mm.
and tie a rope to it and take it out in post so it looked like I threw it off, but really I fished it back up. Yeah, so an unknown giant popped out.
This is the one
Mosh.
you
And
were talking about earlier, wasn't
and nearly ruined the
We,
the
you missed.
the reign of the people's champion.
You missed one.
What?
You missed one.
Which one?
We're on Owens, Sheamus, and Riddle. Did we talk about that one?
Oh no, my bad. I was looking at the thing where it had our picks on it. So, and
Okay,
that was the
okay.
next one. My bad. My bad.
No worries, no worries, no worries.
Uh,
Okay.
Owens and Sammy, right?
Yeah, Owens and Sammy, and then
That was fun. Logan Paul got stunned.
yes.
So
he? He
thank
got
you
his ass
WWE
whooped, right?
gods. You what?
I said he got his ass whooped, right?
Yes.
I didn't watch it. I was busy making music.
Yes. Oh yeah. No. Sammy got whooped, and then when Logan Paul tried to hold up Kevin Owens' hand in victory, Kevin Owens lulled him into a false sense of security and hit him with a stunner, laid him out. So that was really fun.
I wish he would have did more in that.
So do I.
Mm,
I think he may be. I think this might be something Logan Paul's doing as advertisement while he's waiting for his fight with Floyd.
mm. He about to get whooped.
Yeah, he might as
Anyways,
well get
Oh yeah.
Marcus getting his ass whooped now before he gets in the ring with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not bright.
speaking of not bright, I can't say he's not bright, but they definitely. I'm telling you, man, you might not believe that they're listening, but I feel like they are because I remember we were talking about it, and they said that you said that Riddle was either someone who had they were playing the character of someone who either had damage to his brain or a stoner. And for them to make him look like a stoner, they have to play more into that gimmick. So
And they've
when
been
they're
very much playing more into that gimmick.
so when they were behind the stage, backstage, and Rob Van Dam comes out and he's talking to the Great Khali, and RVD promotes his special rolling papers, I'm just looking at the screen like this fucking Tilly guy.
It was pretty awesome. I was very happy when I saw him with RVD backstage. I was like,
Didn't it just become legal in Florida?
I don't know, probably.
Coincidence?
Maybe.
But yeah, so the match between them was good. Like Sheamus and Riddle both went at it. Lots of really good ones. There was a couple little botches where you could tell, like um, Sheamus was supposed to hit Riddle with a white noise off the top
Top
or
rope.
second rope, but then he kind of just like landed on his feet and then just dropped him ended with a regular white noise and then went up to the ropes and did an elbow drop. So yeah, I mean there is it wasn't perfect, but they had a lot of good spots in there. And Sheamus is once again United States champion, which is pretty cool. I love Sheamus. I'm glad he's getting some time on top of the division.
Yeah, on top of the mid-card division. All right, so speaking of mid-card, this is the higher end of the mid-card. We had Apollo defeating Big E. It hurt me to call the match against him, but I had to. And if I didn't, I wouldn't even have tied. I would have lost.
Yeah. So this is the one that I meant that I fucked up and was talking about earlier. This is where I meant that this would be a contentious way for you to have won by 1 point because that big motherfucker almost ruined it. Fucker.
Honestly,
he almost ruined the People's Champs reign.
When I saw the big ending, I'm like, no, I legit got vexed.
I was so happy. I was like popping out of my seat. I was drunk. I was like, yes.
I was so.
And then he fucked it.
I was so cheesed. And then I saw this big dude come out of nowhere. And it's like, what? Yeah!
Big, stupid 80s village African warrior soldier guy. Fuck that motherfucker.
Big dude. Mad respects to him. Mad respect to him.
Fuck
It
that
might get
guy.
explained tonight.
I don't care how it gets explained. Fuck that motherfucker. And they're on
Not
SmackDown.
till Friday. Yeah, man.
But yeah,
so.
it's just like when that guy showed up, first thought was, who the fuck is this? And then the second thought was, no. And then fuck that guy.
And then I went like this.
I'm gonna find out who that guy is on Twitter, and I'm gonna follow him, and then I'm gonna fucking unfollow him.
And then follow him again, and then unfollow him again.
Well, yeah, but only because I'll do it on my account and the Tough Talks account.
This is too much.
Twitter. Tough Talks.
Fucking bastard.
Pod.
Tough Talks Pod at Tough Talks Pod on Twitter. Definitely give us a follow.
Check us out on multiple streaming platforms, including but not limited to the Expose the North on YouTube, the Tough Talks Pod, the Tough Talks on YouTube, and as well Liquid Fire Radio. I'm actually doing double duty technically because we're live on Liquid Fire Radio while we're live on Tough Talks. So
boom.
Yeah, I'm overlapping.
To Liquid Fire.
Yeah. Speaking of Liquid Fire, Rhea Ripley and Asuka. Jeez.
Madness. This is a good match. This was a hard fought, rough match. These girls went at it. With Rhea Ripley winning the SmackDown or the Raw Women's title and Bianca, I put this out on our Twitter yesterday. Not only is it awesome how high up on the card the two women's titles were, main event one night, co-main event the other, but also amazing that it's it's a new generation, right?
Yeah.
Like this is the generation for the Performance Center people after Sasha and Asuka's gen. Both coming into their first WrestleMania wins and now main roster title runs. So this is going to be a very interesting time, I think, for the women's divisions on both shows, as long as Raw doesn't fuck it up.
Raw's gonna I want to see Raw.
Raw's gonna fuck it up.
Io Shirai needs to go to SmackDown.
Yeah, she cannot go to Raw.
She can't go to Raw. She has to go to SmackDown.
Stay on NXT.
No, she's not staying on NXT. She's going to SmackDown. She just. No, I'm sorry. I'm
She
sorry.
just tweeted today saying we're moving to Tuesdays.
Okay.
So hopefully she's staying.
For a little bit, but like I just see
I
her.
want to keep hope. I don't want her to lose.
I see her
That's
like I didn't
always
think
the
Rhea was gonna
thing.
leave.
I mean, I didn't want Rhea to leave either, but Rhea just had not been on TV for a while,
Hmm.
and I felt like their winners division was getting more and more packed, which I guess it
Yep.
still is. But fuck that shit.
Wow. And then speaking of fucking that shit, Roman Reigns with Jey Uso and Paul Heyman. Jey Uso made it the way he made it, so I don't gonna say anything. Defeated Edge and Daniel Bryan in a triple threat match for the WWE Universal Championship.
And still, son.
Yeah, yeah. If it
And
wasn't for that
still,
champion's advantage, it would have been
I was
and
hoping
new.
Edge would have won it.
I was hoping Edge would have won it too, for sure. I mean, then I would have been. Then I wouldn't have to listen to all this
Yeah,
nonsense about your champion's advantage. No,
yeah. That's all it was.
listen.
That's all that it was, though. You know, you and I both know the
You
good
had that.
guy,
You paid that big guy to run in the Apollo Crews match. So
and you know how much
but,
it cost
but
me.
to win, you have to have one more than him, not tie him.
That's why I said it's the champion's advantage. He could have.
Yes.
He
yeah,
could have.
The belt's an extra vote.
That's all that it is.
but if the belt could vote, it would vote to stay right here on my shoulders.
It's like Tiger's the runner.
Yeah, no, I mean, hey, this match technically didn't even really go the way either of us wanted.
No.
But it was a fucking great match. The double spear moment where Edge and Roman hit each other with the spear and just hit each other's shoulders and spun out from it. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was
Um,
crazy.
Edge going ham and bringing back the concerto.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Very, very, very awesome.
Because he tried to do it a couple of times earlier and then it was to no avail. So
yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, that was a really good goddamn match. Daniel Bryan was firing on all cylinders too. My thought is that this leads to Daniel Bryan versus Edge in a feud, potentially a career versus career match. To end it off, Daniel is, he said he's on his last contract. I think Edge is scheduled to be around until at least Mania of next year. So yeah, I mean, overall, despite not being the way we wanted it to go, I was really happy with this.
It may just spawn some interesting watching for the next 6 months.
Yeah, exactly. They may be planning a long reign for Roman, pun half intended, so that he can face his cousin next year at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Also, did you guys see that they're titling next month for Backlash? The title is WrestleMania Backlash.
Yeah.
Like it's still got the Tampa Bay Buccaneer style WrestleMania logo attached to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, very interesting.
Wonder if they'll be running back some matches.
I mean, it's usually stuff that it is usually a Backlash show, right? Where the stuff that happened there and the Raw after get brought up. And yeah, even I'm looking at
to kind of clean
the
up
Wikipedia,
the
and the Wikipedia still says WrestleMania Backlash.
Yeah, they could be trying to clean up some storylines.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool.
And who's wrestling tonight?
I mean, we don't know who's going to be on the show yet. It's Raw, so we'll probably see stuff from Bliss / Fiend. We'll probably see where sorry, I'm blanking here. Where Bobby and Drew are going after this. My vote for Bobby is for him to have a feud with Shelton Benjamin.
It kills me every time.
That'd be great.
Oh man.
And yeah, I mean, who knows? I hope we don't, but we might see Adam Cole, Bay, pop up. We
Mm.
might, God forbid, we might
You know
see
what? But
Io
watch this
Shirai.
though. Watch this though. What if Cole pops up now, and in a couple weeks or a couple months, Fish comes back,
Oh,
and
Bobby
then
Fish.
yeah, and then O'Reilly comes looking for Cole, but Fish tries to talk him down, and then Roddy comes in, and he's the glue that brings everybody back together.
I don't know, man. I feel like that kind of just undoes the entire good story that they just told to break up the Undisputed Era. And like,
Hey,
it's hard enough to break up a group well once with like a justified story and stuff like that, you know?
the Shield. Pardon?
Yeah, once again, the Shield, most of their breakups suck.
I think the Brock
Uh,
might
They
show up.
broke up
I don't
fucking 30 times.
Like barely twice, but whatever.
No, it was at least 3 because they all went heel once.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't like just undoing storylines. Especially that that kind of quickly-ish. It's not even been a week since they did that.
It doesn't have to happen right now.
No, I also don't think Adam Cole showing up. Triple H had talked about how everyone starts when this kind of match happens. Everyone starts talking about now they're going to be leaving NXT and blah 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 blah. It's like that's not the case.
It didn't happen with Ciampa or Gargano.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I don't think it's going to happen this time.
Okay. So we ended up with Tilly winning because of a tie.
You don't have
And
to say the second half of that every time.
oh no, we have to
You
make
can just
sure
say Tilly won.
the facts have to be the facts have to be stated. I don't care if you're still the reigning, defending,
undisputed.
Tough Talk champion.
Undisputed.
It's not undisputed.
It is undisputed though.
If
But
there was a tie, that doesn't.
Okay.
There's a
Right.
dispute.
Wait.
If
No.
we both
No. 1 second. Undisputed has nothing to do with whether there's a tie or not.
No, it doesn't.
Undisputed is that by the rules, I'm the champion.
by the rules. No.
That's exactly what undisputed means.
Hold on.
The term dispute means that there is a question in the contention, and
but there is no contention.
There is a question in the contention. There is a tie.
In what way?
If we had both run into each other and fallen, for example, and the ref had counted to 10,
the champion would remain champion.
But who would be who would have won?
The champion. Well, no, nobody wins, but it means that it's a draw, and the champion is still a champion, and they're still undisputed.
Yeah, but to make it disputed is you'd have to dispute one of the matches that you lost.
A disputed one would be like if 2 people in it. Let's say there's a triple threat match, right?
Yeah.
And let's say 2 people were like it's happened before, where at the end of a match, 2 guys fall backwards onto the guy that's down, not realizing that they're on them, and they both pin, and the ref counts to 3, and you don't know who won. That's disputed because you don't know who is the champion at the end of that, because both people got counted for at the same time, and the guy underneath didn't kick out.
Like when Roman was in the arm bar and the label lock, and if he would have tapped out,
if he would have said I quit, right? Because he couldn't tap, but if he would have said I quit, I quit, you wouldn't know who is the champion. That would lead to Edge versus Daniel Bryan, presumably for either a title match, or like if they decided to say, well, Roman quit, so he did lose, the other 2 drawed for win, they could go to a match for that. But if all 3 of them ran at each other and hit each other with a spear, a running knee, and a Superman punch, and
knocked everybody out,
and all 3 of them hit at the same time and fell down onto the ground, and it was a draw, Roman Reigns would still be champion, and he would still be the undisputed champion because,
And
by the rules, he is the champion due to what happened.
I'm still disputing it.
See, but that's
There
because
was
you're
no
the heel.
Montreal Screwjob.
That makes you the heel. That makes you the heel.
I'm the good guy. What are you talking about?
You can't be the good guy if you're denying facts.
I'm not denying the facts. I'm just not. I'm not
accepting the fact that it's
certain
undisputed, which
Yeah,
is
yeah.
what that you don't accept the accepted definition of that term, which
I
would mean
don't.
you're disputing facts, which would mean you're the bad guy.
Remember, there has been good heels.
Oh
Oh yeah.
man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely,
Oh,
definitely.
heel does it. Yeah, like I said, I am taking great pride in being the heel of this.
Yeah.
I love it. It's my favorite thing.
I'm sitting here and I'm just like, I can't believe it. Like I went through everything and I'm just like, I actually watched more of it this time around. I'm like, it's WrestleMania. I gotta see this. Da-da-da-da-da-da. So I'm on my P's and Q's and I'm just like, all right. I got this. I was there. I was there. I should have listened to that one.
It's okay.
We're
When
seeing the
day
start
one
of the heel
started, we
turn.
were behind stage, and it was just kind of that was it. He's like, "Oh, it got postponed. I can watch it." And we're trying to talk, and he's just like,
Yeah, I was watching the show. I'm not gonna lie. I was sitting here
yeah.
like, that's why I let people know in advance. Hey, I got something to do. So if I'm doing that thing and I'm trying to talk to you, I might not get that other thing done. So sitting there like this, just and he's talking to me. I'm like,
Yep. Just I'm not.
Yeah.
I gotta watch wrestling.
Yep.
"Oh yeah." He was
Because at
looking
that
at the
point,
card, looking at TV, looking at the card.
yeah, at that point, I'm just like, this is definitely something that I gotta, because I had like before Royal Rumble, it was just like, yeah, we're just playing and we're just talking and we're just watching the show. But when the belt actually came to creation, this was just like, that's when shit got real.
Yeah.
That's when you can lose and add
tangible.
Tangible, exactly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Before a loss is just a loss. Now, just like I feel like I'm missing something now. Now I understand. Like the Goldie. Now I understand like Ciampa and Goldie, you know what I mean? R-Truth and his baby. You know what I mean? I get that now. I was like,
I always expected that if I won, I would go very like heelish like character in when we talk about it, just being like, oh, like holding it up, being as fucking cocky, arrogant heel as I could. I didn't realize how much I would actually like having it.
I guess there's a promo out for Tuesdays next.
The what? Sorry.
There's a
NXT.
There's a promo up for it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, no, at the first, when I first brought it, like when I was packaging it up, I was just like, because at first, like, it was like, okay, cool. You know what? Like, made it, handcrafted, whatever, you know what I mean? I'm just like, all right. And I put it in the box. I'm just like, as I'm putting it in the box, I'm like, yeah, I got his side plates and everything, you know what I mean? Put it in the box and I gave it to you. Then I got back home. And I was like, fuck. I gotta get that shit back.
Oh, he already said it's going over the bridge if he loses it.
Oh yeah, no, it's going over the St. Paul Street.
Full Stone Cold.
Oh man.
Somebody they just posted, I think today is actually the anniversary of when The Rock threw Stone Cold over the bridge.
That was the one in Toronto, right?
Yes. Yeah, that was the one that I was.
Bay Blur Vidoc?
No, actually, sorry. The one in Toronto was Kurt Angle, because that was when
Yes.
Stone Cold was heel. That's the one that I was at, and that was in September, because that was on Labor Day. This one was...
Yeah, we should really thank the WWE for that, because they paid for that suicide fence to go up.
Good for them.
Wow.
No word of a lie. For them to do that stunt, they had to pay for the cost of the
building that fence up.
The fence, the meshing, and all that up. because they knew
Wow.
people were going to try and follow and do something
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah. But yeah, that was however many years ago, like 20 something or year anniversary for that. I saw that on Twitter earlier.
Madness. Yeah, man. Y'all need to check us out because on Tough Talks Pod on Twitter, we're gonna be I know I'm gonna try and get to more of the live events and the pay-per-views. I'm gonna try and tweet through them.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, when I'm
Either-
vaccinated, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to everything.
Bro, I can't wait till like I might not be able to bring both of the I'm gonna bring both of these belts at the same time. Who am I
Yeah, not
fucking
this
kidding?
one though.
We'll see. By then I might have it back. Either that or make a episode, a TV title, a Tough Talks TV title.
Oh, I'll win that too.
Hey, I'll
Keep
throw a
making
monkey
titles.
wrench in here
I'm
every once
coming
in a
after
while.
him. Hey, yeah, I'll beat you too. We'll just keep going.
You started fucking around acting like Conor McGregor and this shit. Belt.
Billy Strut, baby, let's go.
So that means he'll win 2 belts and then never grab another one since?
Oh man,
It means I'll win 2 belts, walk away, fight. Let's say Chris Jericho. He's got a wrestling podcast, and then come back when you guys have fought for this one, and I'll be like, "That's my belt. I never fucking lost it."
Oh,
and I'll
man.
fight, and then once bars are open, I'll fight an old man in a bar for not drinking my whiskey.
Don't forget, you gotta smash some phones.
Yeah. Oh, and I gotta get you guys on a Greyhound bus so I can throw a dolly through the window at you.
Is it sad I might be able to make that happen? I do have a friend that owns a scrapyard.
Oh man.
There goes his brain thinking.
Oh man, that's definite.
Right.
But yeah,
predictions on tonight. Who do you think there's gonna be somebody in the left field that's gonna show up to the show tonight?
Becky.
I was gonna, but yeah, I thought she was coming last night, but I guess she didn't want to ruin anyone's shine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I've seen rumblings of possible seeing the big man, the beast coming back. He hasn't been in 2 years.
Brock?
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
rumblings he might show.
I mean,
up to
Brock was at
challenge for the belt.
WrestleMania last year because he lost the belt to Drew.
Drew, yeah.
But from what I've
going through some random looking on the internet.
Oh yeah.
This is what
no,
I'm seeing.
Yeah. I'm just saying from one of the things that I had heard, there's actually been no that WWE currently has no future plans for Brock at the moment. They're gonna bring him back at some point probably, but they just don't currently have any sort of storyline that they're thinking of bringing him in for.
Well, apparently the Fiend may be on tonight.
Yeah, I think that's one that I'm pretty certain on. I think they're gonna try to do something to explain the Fiend and the Alexa Bliss out of the Jack in the Box with the crazy Queen of the Damned fucking Hellblade face paint.
Do you think the new champ's gonna get jumped when he decides to go shoot his mouth off tonight?
You mean Sheamus?
No.
Or wait, no. Oh, so yeah, I mean he retained, right? So he's still champ. I mean, yeah, Drew and Lashley might continue. Like that fight might continue.
If it doesn't, who do you think should come up or be in a fight with them?
Oh, sorry, my thing's doing that thing again. Who do I think? What?
Well, you already said Shelton Benjamin, but if it wasn't
Shelton, bitch.
If it's not him, who do you think should take on the Almighty One?
I mean, I'd love to say Brock, because I want Brock versus Lashley.
I wanted
that
since
might be next year,
since they were both in the thing.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I'm with you, Block. I wanted to see it for a long time. Who do I think more realistically should? Who else is on Raw? That doesn't currently have anything on. I mean, Kevin Owens. Kevin, won the big grudge match with Sammy last night. Unless they decide that they're gonna keep that fucking bitch Logan Paul around for a little longer.
Do you think he might
Um,
show up tonight?
yeah, I do. I hope he doesn't, but he might.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I don't know. I would say either Kevin or I mean, who else really kind of who else won last night that should be moving up? Oh, fuck, I'm stupid. Cesaro.
Because
Cesaro.
they say pound for pound, he's one of the strongest in the WWE. So
Yeah, so let's go Cesaro. My second choice is we'll say is Braun Strowman, but I'm gonna say Cesaro.
okay, all right.
That just like the second I saw his name when I looked back at the results page, the second I saw his name, it was immediately obvious to me that he's the one who deserves the title hunt.
Mm, okay.
And I want Big E to win Money in the Bank. I'm picking that right now.
Yeah, they had to take the title off of him so he could.
That's my thought too. Is that
Mm,
take the belt off of him here so that he can win Money in the Bank and go on a heavyweight title run. And if he beats Bobby,
mm.
that would be a crazy match because they'll do tons of strength.
Okay, you went thing on me.
Lost it.
Yeah. You.
He may have to restart, refresh, as he's cursing at the.
Yep. So yeah, WrestleMania was one hell of a night. It was interesting to see. There we go. I got him.
I don't.
There we go.
Through a phone call came through, and even with me like declining it, apparently it fucked my mic up.
Okay.
No worries.
Yeah. But yeah, those are the two that I can think of right now. What about you? Who do you think should go after it?
Me, right now, I think I'm kind of in agreement with you on both of those. But outside of that, I mean, like, I hold on, let me look at this list. Um, I don't really see anybody on here that like unless they were to bring somebody up just to spark a rivalry, but they just did that with Oscar and Rhea.
Mm-hmm.
So
What about
yeah,
somebody that's been kind of sitting in the back for a while? You haven't heard much of. Let's do something.
Yeah,
you
I'm
could
just
think
trying to
someone
think of
like
who that would
Aleister
be.
Black. Aleister Black hasn't done anything in a minute.
Aleister Black hasn't done anything in a minute. He is very small compared to Bobby, and that would be very interesting because despite being one of the smaller dudes, he still plays his role as like a striker. And
Hmm.
seeing him as a striker against somebody the size of Bobby is it's like watching the old fucking Pride fights in Japan, where you'd have a fucking super heavyweight
UFC
versus a
1.
cruiserweight. Yeah, no weight classes and shit like that. Um, but yeah, it'd be interesting. We'll see what they're doing with Alistair. It seems like they just had nothing for him. And apparently recently he asked for his release, much like Andrade did.
Mm.
If you're not doing anything, why sit there collecting nothing, right?
Mm-hmm.
True, true. We didn't
He
really
might
touch
not make
base
the
on
money that he would in
NXT.
the WWE, but he'd be able to, go make money.
Yeah. Sorry,
We
what was
didn't.
that block?
I said we didn't really touch base on NXT Stand and Deliver.
Yeah, we didn't. I mean, there's the big things there was uh, uh, what's it, Karrion Cross um won the title off of
Finn Balor.
Finn Balor. Um, He didn't bring out the demon like you suggested. He didn't listen to you there.
No, he didn't. But maybe
No.
there's room for that in the rematch.
And that's what I was hoping for, right? Was that
Yeah.
he would lose it, and then in order to overcome that enemy, he's got to dig deep and bring out the demon. We also had Pete Dunne versus Kushida was amazing.
I didn't
That
get to
was
see
just
that.
dude, just amazing transitional technical work going from submission to submission throughout the whole match. The 6-man gauntlet eliminator was pretty fun. I didn't realize that what it meant by gauntlet eliminator at first, where it's a gauntlet match, but it's also basically just a mini Royal Rumble without over the rope eliminations. Because by the end of it, everybody was in the ring.
Okay.
We had Walter defeating Ciampa. That match was fucking crazy. Ciampa has to be one of the pound for pound strongest guys in there too, for the way he was lifting up Walter.
Yeah, Walter's no small dude.
No, that was nuts. MSK, the new guys, they won the tag team titles from over Grizzled Young Veterans and Legado del Fantasma. And night one, we also had Raquel Gonzalez defeating Io Shirai, which they falsely said that she was the first women's Grand Slam champion by having won both the NXT Women's Tag Titles and NXT Women's Championship. But Ember Moon is actually the first one to have done that. So they corrected that the next night, I think. Night two, we had, I can't remember which matches really stood out to me on this one. Santos Escobar, the one you were looking forward to, Santos versus Jordan Devlin. How'd you like that one there, Block?
I think that one lived up to the hype.
Agreed.
It was like I wasn't disappointed at all. There was just like I don't know, man. Devlin went through the ladder and like fuck it was just crazy. It was just crazy. There was just so much action. So I was all about that. So
Yeah.
I mean they did well.
Agreed. Ember Moon and Shotzi versus The Way. That was a really fun match. Ember Moon and Shotzi's entrance is amazing. When they won, I'm not gonna lie. There was a few times where I thought they were about to start just making out in the middle of that ring. The way they're just staring at each other and looking at each other and grabbing each other's heads. This is amazing. The best wrestling I've ever seen. But yeah, very good match. Ember and Shotzi are a great team, and they should stay champions for quite a while. Then we had Johnny Gargano with Austin Theory. He beat Bronson Reed. No change in the North American title scene still. Also, Austin Theory has one of the most hateable faces I've ever seen.
Oh my gosh.
It's so hateable. Karrion Kross defeated Finn Balor, like we said. Very hardcore match. Very good good work there. Finn Balor looked like he had it for most of it, and then Karrion took him out at the end. And what ended up being the main event, and by more than double of the next longest match, the longest match of the night, 40-minute long unsanctioned match between Kyle O'Reilly and Adam fucking Cole, baby.
Oh
Holy
my
fucking
gosh.
shit.
That was
That
nuts.
fucking match was incredible.
That was nuts and bolts.
It was insane. It was as good for me as like the Johnny Gargano Tommaso Ciampa matches when they first split up. Yeah, fucking incredible work. Absolutely incredible work from both guys. The going through the what's it called? The ramp, like the
Oh
slam through
yeah,
the
the
ramp
entrance
was
ramp, yeah.
amazing. Especially the part where Adam Cole then jumped off the side, boot fucked the hole into the side of the plywood and it dragged Kyle out from. Just yeah, like I said, incredible shit. Absolutely incredible shit. I fucking loved every minute of that match. They could have gone another fucking 35 minutes, and I would have been like, this is still the greatest thing ever.
Yep. That chain to the knee, that chained knee
That
to the
jump,
ring, the jump, and then the
the
chain
jumping
dangling.
one, yeah, it looks. You called it perfectly. It looks like some fucking Mortal Kombat shit.
For real.
It looked awesome.
For real. It was crazy. So
Yeah, that shit was fire. So yeah, as usual, NXT just always firing on all
awesome.
goddamn cylinders. But yeah, that's the end of our basically. I think it was about 24 hours of WWE content this week.
Yep.
If I did my math correctly at the beginning of the week when I was figuring out how much I had to fit in before our pod Saturday morning.
Because if we're going from our last pod, right? We did the Sunday. Then there was the Raw, the fucking Hall of Fame,
NXT, yeah,
NXT,
SmackDown,
SmackDown,
Mania.
WrestleMania. Now it's gonna be Raw tonight and then NXT tomorrow.
Yeah, now we're back onto a normal amount, not normal schedule, because our schedule is changing now for Tuesday to be NXT.
Yep.
But we're back to the normal amount. But last week, in that 1 week alone, 24 fucking hours.
Yeah. This is gonna be the
entire day.
Last month, without this week, without a week like this, last month, we did 34 hours of podcasting.
Yeah.
So we did collectively.
All of us, all three of us.
I just did this.
Okay. Well, I did. I was a part of 34 hours. It was in rotation with different individuals, but yeah, I did like 34 hours of podcasting last month. So I can only imagine what this month is going to look like with WrestleMania.
I know I did a bunch of those hours with you.
Yep. Definitely, but
I'm not always in front of the screen, but I've done a bunch of those hours.
Yeah, I got the rundown. I got the rundown 2 weeks ago. I was just like, holy shit! Now, do I do more or less?
I've said it once. I'll say it again. You do way too many of them some days, man.
Saturday, I take over Saturdays straight up. Saturday is the day we do like 3 podcasts. I do the Terrell effect, and then
anywhere from 45 minutes to 3 hours each.
Yeah, like the first one's at least an hour and a half. The second one's about an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours. Third one could go anywhere from an hour to 3 hours easily.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
madness.
Oh, you need to come down for one of them.
Oh my gosh, yeah. When this is all said and done, like
come down for a face-to-face one. That'd be fun. Bring the belt around.
Oh yeah, so those will eventually be the norm again.
Yeah.
Wear the belt for the day while you're prancing around.
Oh yeah.
Walk up behind David.
I wear it out everywhere I go. I wear it out everywhere I go. Sometimes it's the only thing I'm wearing.
All
right, most times it's the only thing I'm wearing.
Oh man, I couldn't have lost it to a better person, I guess.
You're not gonna want this one back.
You do know when he wins it back, he's gonna lay it in thick, right?
Yeah.
He's gonna rock that shit like The Rock.
Eyebrow. Oh, it's gonna be the heel turn. That's what I'm saying. That's when he'll get to do his heel turn, and I'll be the underdog, the baby face.
He might go full macho.
Ooh, yeah, Macho King.
Macho King, King Blocker,
King Blocker.
Oh man, that's great. That is great. So we did all of that in less than an hour and 10 minutes.
God damn.
You know what I mean? We're getting it in. What time is it now? It is now 6:30. So
Yep.
when we're done this, we're gonna be syndicated on Liquid Fire Radio on Sundays at 9 p.m. So if you don't
Shout out.
catch us, live, check us on there. What else? It is what it is, and it
Thanks
is
for
what
letting
it'll
me
be.
being the triple threat into this one.
Yeah,
No
no
problem.
worries. Thanks for being
No
our
problem.
third on this one. We needed a DB.
Yep. Oh man, it is what it is, and it is what it's gonna be for DUI and Teely. This is the block saying, tune in to us for the 1, 2, 3.
Ding, ding, ding.